In the beginning, after Adam and Eve were cast out of the Garden of Eden, they began to build a new life in a world that was now marked by hardship, labor, and survival. From their union came two sons, Cain, the firstborn, a tiller of the ground, and Abel, his younger brother, a shepherd of flocks. Both boys grew under the shadow of paradise lost, each walking a different path, one mastering the soil, the other the field. As they matured into men, each brought an offering to God, a symbolic act of gratitude and worship. Cain brought fruits from his harvest, the produce of the earth he had toiled over. Abel, however, brought something more intimate, the firstborn of his flock, along with its fat portions, an offering that carried life and sacrifice. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but for Cain's gift he showed no regard. The Scripture does not elaborate on why Cain's offering was rejected. Perhaps it was his attitude, or maybe the quality of the gift itself. What matters is what grew in Cain's heart afterward. Cain's face darkened with rage, his countenance fell. Jealousy took root in his soul like a weed, suffocating reason and stirring bitterness. God, seeing his turmoil, warned him gently, "Why are you angry? Why has your face fallen? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not, sin is crouching at the door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." These words were a divine plea for self-control. But Cain, drowning in envy, did not listen. Instead, he invited Abel into the field. There, under the open sky, where only God could see, Cain struck his brother and murdered him, one life taken by another for the first time in human history. Abel's blood cried out from the ground, a haunting echo of innocence lost. The Lord called out, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain replied coldly, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew. With divine sorrow and justice, he said, "Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground," and so came the curse. Cain would no longer prosper as a farmer. The very earth he once tilled would rebel against him. He would become a restless wanderer, unable to find peace or place. Cain cried out, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Today you are driving me from the land, and I will be hidden from your presence. I will be a fugitive, and whoever finds me will kill me." But even in judgment, God showed mercy. He placed a mark on Cain, a divine protection that declared no man should kill him. And so Cain went east of Eden to the land of Nod, where he began a new life, haunted forever by what he had done. This story, though ancient, resonates through the ages. Cain and Abel are not just two brothers. They represent the eternal conflict within the human heart between pride and humility, jealousy and love, rebellion and righteousness. Cain's downfall began not with the murder, but with his offering. His heart was not right, and when he saw Abel's favor, his envy ignited. God warned him, offering a way out, but Cain chose bitterness. This is the lesson Genesis gives. Sin may crouch at the door, but we still have the power to master it. Abel, though silent in the text, speaks volumes through his faith. Hebrews 11:2-4 says, "By faith Abel brought God a better offering than Cain did." Abel's offering wasn't just about livestock, it was about giving God the best, and doing so with a pure heart. Cain, on the other hand, becomes a cautionary tale. His question, "Am I my brother's keeper?" still echoes today in discussions of moral responsibility and human connection. God's response is unspoken but clear. Yes, you are. The consequences of Cain's actions weren't just personal, they were generational. He became the founder of a civilization, but one built on pain, exile, and the memory of blood. His story teaches us that unchecked jealousy can destroy not only others but our own futures. Yet, in God's mark on Cain, we see another layer of grace. God could have ended Cain's life, but instead, he protected him. The same God who judged also extended mercy, reminding us that no matter how far we fall, there is still room for redemption, even for the one who commits the first murder. The story of Cain and Abel is more than a tragedy. It's a mirror to the human condition. It asks each of us hard questions. What do we bring before God? How do we react when others are favored? Do we master our sin or let it master us? It challenges us to guard our hearts, watch our thoughts, and take responsibility for one another. And most of all, it reminds us that God sees not just our actions, but our hearts and still speaks to us, warning, calling, guiding. Cain and Abel may have lived thousands of years ago, but their story is timeless. It has the first glimpse into the war between good and evil within each soul, and it has a call to choose love over jealousy, faith over pride, and righteousness over wrath.